What makes a person successful at church? It's our job to welcome people. It's our job to make sure the service is impactful and relevant. And it's our job to allow room for the Spirit of God to move. But the churchgoer has a part too. We cannot do God's part, and it's not our job to do their part either. So what's the recipe for success in the local church? This is Tom again. This is another Fuel for the Fire. It's volume 617, and it's called Church and Something Else. The key for the churchgoer to really experience all the church has to offer is to connect in an area beyond the Sunday morning service. Church and something else. Acts 2:42 tells us this has always been the case, and they continued steadfastly in the apostles' doctrine and fellowship and in breaking of bread and in prayers. Note it was more than the apostles' doctrine, and it was more than prayer. Those things covered the all-important vertical part of the church equation, but the human soul also needs a horizontal connection. To that end, the early church saw the great value of fellowship. The same principle holds true today. So what makes a person successful at church? The answer? Church and something else. For me, it was softball. I began attending church and subsequently joined the softball team. That's where I met people, made friends I still have today, decades later. It's where I began connecting on a deeper level. Others have done it through connect groups. Some have come to Sunday Connect to find the small group setting so essential for the connection I speak of. Saturday morning men's breakfast, young adult events, Celebrate Recovery, and MOPS, Mothers of Preschoolers, are the types of places where people connect outside of the typical Sunday morning setting. Sunday morning church is a shoulder-to-shoulder experience. We all face the front and sing, worship, and listen. There's virtually no interaction between us. The church service is integral to the process, but it's not all there is. We need church and something else. If you have the church part of the equation, good for you. But let me remind you that it's not enough. Find a place of connection outside of Sunday morning service. Find a small group setting to join. I know for some it doesn't come easy. It's a step of faith, a lunge outside of your comfort zone. But we need the doctrine and the fellowship. Talk to a pastor. Go to lunch with a connected person. Ask all the questions. Try a place. And if it doesn't work, try another. We need church and something else. That's the way I see it. And that's a little fuel for the fire. And remember, I love you guys.